How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to... Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando, Psy-Freak, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but...
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around?
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all...
Ha! Natural selection is all a...
right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Cut that one down. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Sure useful. You can do this. an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Small things for your big ideas. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The sound of spark metal going pew. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to... It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The Wheeled One is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Misery. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the Wheeled One before backup arrives.
Muk bebuk luatulu maua.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Fabube muk kofar oloi bo bopaweg.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Ko bubuye bui.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Fabube muk kofar guduvun poputore.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall.
Weta gono.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an...
Lotulu bayo. Kanripa.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark.
E bazo dompupo bugoye.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways.
Mayani. E bazo dompupo bugoye.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your...
Ayamu aya. Mpa wefo wewe.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the...
Junto con tu epon yevun goja.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciple...
Momombuso? Mpa wefo wewe.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted and...
Kim hobe bekuku hifad muk.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if you're Muma. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fuel. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there.